Hi, and welcome to this short PowerPoint presentation on habits and routines. Now, all of our students, your children, have had this assembly delivered to them on creating positive habits and routines when it comes to their homework. And what we wanted to do was share this information with yourselves so we can work together to support our students, your children, create these positive habits and routines so it can support their independent learning and support them during their time here at Rushing Academy. Now, what are habits and routines? Well, a habit is a usual way of behaving, something that a person does often in a regular, repeated way. And a routine is a daily routine which refers to the regular activities that a person engages in on a daily basis. Now, we wanted to combine these habits and routines, creating positive habits and routines for our students so they can create positive habits and routines when it comes to their homework. Now, what are the benefits of creating positive habits and routines? Well, there's a list of them here. So what we want to do is try and make sure that our students are not stressed, they have better sleep, they're in better moods, they get time for activities and hobbies that they love. But this all will come once they've created these positive habits and routines with their homework. And what we're trying to do is support them with this. So what we've done is set up a homework plan for our students. Now this has all been sent out to families. So the homework plan for year sevens will look like this, and teachers will set homework on these days and it will be due on these days, and there's an approximate completion time for you to see as well. So the year 7 one looks like this. You can pause this here at any time if you wish to do so, or just refer to the emails that have been sent to you. The year 8 homework plan looks like this. The year 9 one will look like this. Year 10 and year 11. Now, what do we want you to do with this information with your children? We want our students to create a homework timetable. Now, this timetable should be planned so it suits the lifestyle of the family of your children. Now, it's important that you work together to do this so everything that needs to be planned in can be planned in. Now start with a blank week and it will look like this. And what I've done here with this homework plan is started it from 3 p.m. because that's what time school will finish in during term time. These can be found on the student shared area. If you go into the student drive and go to homework, and they're there for you to print out anytime that you may need one. Now, once you've got a blank timetable in front of you, the first thing you should start to do is add in the stuff that you enjoy or things that you know you're going to have to do. So here this is the one that I've put together. So if you've got clubs after school 3 to 4, make sure your children are putting them in. If you know they've got clubs, make sure they're adding them in so their time is now becoming completely organized around what they're doing with their daily routine. The reason we want to add in the stuff that you enjoy is because if you're happy, you're motivated, this can also help to control stress. But when you're completing the stuff that you enjoy, make sure you do leave space for homework, and also make sure you're not working too late. I've capped this here at 8:30 p.m. Again, this is one that I've put together. If you feel that you need to adjust that, do whatever will suit the lifestyle of your child. Now, once you've put this together, what we need to start thinking about now is the timing of the homework. We have the homework plan. So what we need to start thinking about now is, you know, how long each piece of homework will approximately take. So the example I've used here is RE. We know that that might take 60 minutes, for example. So now you can uh, add this into your timetable accordingly. So what habits we would like our students to start to embed is completing the homework over a few days rather than doing it all on the same day. So for example, if you get set RE on a Monday, don't do it all on a Monday. Split it over 2, maybe 3 days, okay? Because this will encourage you to retrieve the learned knowledge on more than one occasion. So if you're retrieving that knowledge on Monday and Tuesday, you're doing it twice in that week rather than all on a Monday. So you are retrieving that information twice in that week. You may even split it over 3 days. What this will do, this will encourage the information to be embedded, but also it will delay the forgetting process as well. So try and split the homework over 2 or 3 days. Then what you might have is something that looks like this. So for example, I've added in all the homework here for a year 11 homework plan. Now you can see here that I've put English on a Monday, then I've put it again on a Thursday. So I've split the homework over 2 sessions. So I am looking at it on a Monday, then a Thursday. So I'm having to look at that information twice in that week. I've done the same, for example, for maths. It's there on a Monday and it's there on a Tuesday as well. Again, encouraging students to retrieve that information twice in that week. So you're trying to embed that knowledge, but at the same time delaying that forgetting process. Don't use long study sessions. Try and use the Pomodoro study technique as well. And if you're not sure what that is, there is a video of this on the Russian Media Academy YouTube page. The Pomodoro technique is something that will really work nicely alongside your homework timetable. Like I've said here, split the homework timetable. So the homework that you're doing over a few days, so that will be your retrieval practice, but also it will delay the forgetting process as well. So you might have something that looks like this. In this example, I've left the weekend free of homework, but use the weekend if you have time in the morning, maybe a few hours in the morning, your children have a couple of hours spare, use that for homework as well. Use this timetable to suit the lifestyle of the family at home. So now you have a homework timetable, adding in everything that you enjoy, adding in all your daily clubs or routines that you have already set up. You've also got your homework planned in as well. Now what you have to do once that's done is it's essential to continually review your homework timetable. Now, as soon as a homework timetable or any timetable doesn't work, people give up on them. But in this case, what we want to encourage our students to do is review them and then tweak them, amend them. Once you've done one, it's not set in stone. It is there to tweak and to make it suit you depending on what's going on. Things may change. So be flexible. Be flexible and take some time to reflect on this. And this could be weekly, it could be monthly, whenever it is. Reflect on it. And then ask your children the questions. What's working well? What's not working well? What do you need to do more of? What do you need to do less of? If you're getting a lot of consequences for missing homework in a certain subject, well, maybe add in another session somewhere where you can fit it in. Once you've answered these questions at home, we'll now move things around, tweak the timetable if you need to, print off another one. Now, being flexible will allow you to continually progress and personalize your homework routine to fit your lifestyle, to fit around the questions that you're asking yourself in terms of what's working well, what's not working well. So continually reviewing it will help support your children in making sure they're getting the best out of the independent learning time. Now, during the assembly, we spoke to all our students about how much time they spend on their devices. Now, a homework plan or a homework timetable should approximately take 6 to 8 hours a week. Now, what we spoke about is how much time do you actually spend on devices? How much time do you spend gaming? Now, of course, these are wonderful things and they have great uses and they're stress relief, a great way to stay in contact with other people. But what we spoke to our students about is how much time do you actually spend on these? Now, can you prioritize? Can you timetable this in so you're not spending 6 to 8 hours a day on these and making sure that you are using time that you have in the evenings for homework as well and for revision. And this is something that you may speak to your children about at home and saying, well, there are certain times planned in for looking at your phone and gaming. However, we need to now prioritize when we complete our homework and stick to this homework timetable and create these positive habits and routines around devices, social media, gaming as well. But again, depending on personal um, lifestyles and what you're doing at home, these are conversations that will take place at home, and the advice we've given to your children you can speak to them about at home as well and put something in place where they're making sure they're getting their homework done and not spending so much time on these devices as well. We then went on to speak about, well, what's your why? And what we spoke about is, why do you want to do well here at Rushimid Academy? Is it because you want to get into a good college after your GCSEs? Is it because it's what you want to continue to study what you enjoy? Is it because you want to get a dream job that you may have? Is it to make yourself proud and others proud? Now, these are questions you could ask them, speak to them about it. What is it that you want to achieve here during your time here? And whatever your goal is, it's best to start planning and preparing as soon as possible. And it's important that students stay as positive as they can around homework and revision. It can be tough, and we made it completely clear that it's not easy, and it's not always what you want to do when you get home, but it will really be helpful and it will really be useful when your exams arrive. So try and stay positive around it. Try and get it done. Create these positive habits and routines with your homework. And whatever your why is, whatever your goal is, make sure you don't compare yourself to others, and make sure you speak about the why with your children and remind them of their why when they're completing this homework, when they're completing their homework timetable. Because if they've got a goal in front of them, they're working towards something. And it's wonderful to have a goal, because then everything that they're doing is for a reason. Now, when it at the beginning we had the slide about creating positive habits and routines. What are the reasons? Now I've picked out a few here. Uh, Great reasons to create habits and routines when it comes to your homework. Well, students now know that they have time to complete everything. They've looked at the homework plan, they've got everything they enjoy in this weekly routine, and they're creating these positive habits and routines. It would reduce the risk of them forgetting, oh, I forgot I had my homework. Well, it's in your plan. You're looking at it. You can stick this homework plan up in a communal area like the kitchen. They can have it up in their bedroom. So it reduces the risk of forgetting. It makes everything more efficient for them. And it also reduces stress. Coming up to exams and tests can be very stressful for students. It can be really stressful for your children, and you will see them getting stressed around it and anxious around it. But by creating these positive habits and routines, it can hopefully reduce that stress. It can hopefully reduce that anxiety, because they know they're completing everything. They know they're not getting consequences. They know they are prepared for these tests and exams that will be upcoming, whatever year they're in. Um, it's also important that students know where to find support. They know that there are a bank of videos on our Rushimid Academy YouTube page. These are accessible anytime. They should be asking staff for support if they feel they need it. They can ask any member of staff. And also now what we're encouraging them to do is seek advice and support from family. And these can be older cousins that have been through it, brothers and sisters, parents, uncles, aunts, whoever will be able to support them with creating these positive habits and routines around their homework. Also, it's important that family know, that yourselves know, that there is the Rushing Mean Academy YouTube page where there are a bank of videos that you can refer to at any point, and a lot of it will go through how to create these homework timetables with your children as well. Thank you for listening. As always, if anyone has any questions or needs any further support, please do not hesitate to get in touch.